Hello.
Yes, we can still hear you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Tiffany. Tiffany's on here. What? I'm so excited. Okay. I'm muting everybody.
Tonight, this.
Okay. Could you, never mind. This thing is supposed to work for 7 full charges, and it definitely did not.
Do you need a charger? Here's a ball. Here's a.
Yeah, I'll take this. Okay, so make sure y'all are inviting your new distributors, you're texting your team, reminding in your chats, texting in your pages. Get your people on here. I need to find this charger before I have an issue. Okay. And we'll get started in just a couple minutes. Okay, y'all, we are going to go ahead and get started. Who is excited? I want to see some ones, some comments in the chat. Who's freaking pumped? I'm so excited about this, y'all. I have some stuff to talk about. I know Tiffany's going to drop some fire. I'm super pumped about it. But this is the perfect time for this training, y'all, because I know that there is so much stuff happening over the next few months. I think we have like 7 new products coming out before the end of the year. Like, what even? And there's so many promotions. I know green carpet's coming. Who is coming to green carpet? I want you to drop a 2 if you're coming to green carpet. I unfortunately am not going to be there. Sorry to break your hearts. Courtney Board just happened to get married on that day. Great timing, but I'm super sad about it. But I know a bunch of my team's going, so if you're going, I want to know who's going to be there, because it's going to be amazing. I know they're going to drop some crazy stuff, but I'm really excited about this training. Y'all better be ready. Y'all better, don't get butthurt by anything, because if you get butthurt by something, it's probably because you needed to hear it, right? So I'm really excited. If y'all have any questions, make sure that you ask them in the chat. We'll go at the end and answer them. But Tiffany, I know a lot of my team doesn't really know who you are. I know some of your team is on here, but I want you to kind of share a brief little bit about your story just so they can kind of know who you are a little bit, and then we'll get into dropping some stuff.
Okay, hi guys, I'm Tiffany Herr. I am an ambassador diamond. I actually got started 5.5 years ago. I, at the time, was working 2 jobs, 7 days a week. And we were that family that was living paycheck to paycheck, constantly putting our accounts in negative. And I was just looking for something more. So my fiance actually had mentioned network marketing to me, and I was not opposed to it, because for me at the time, I was thinking, what do I have to lose? At least if I try and it doesn't work, at least I said I tried. I'm just like, I'm not which this is funny. I feel like so many people are skeptical. I'm the most least skeptical person. Like, I'm willing to try anything. Like, you show me something, I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll try it. We'll see if it works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So long story short, I had joined the business on a Wednesday with my tax check. That's how broke we were. I couldn't even afford a $99 business builder kit at the time. So I had to wait till my tax check came. It was a Wednesday morning. It hit my account. I bought my business builder kit. And within 1 month of being in the business, I had went diamond. So in 30 days, I hit diamond. I got the $10,000 bonus. 2 months into the business, I hit double diamond and got the $15,000 bonus at the time. And then 3 months into the business, I hit triple diamond and got the $25,000 bonus, which is so crazy to talk about this. Every time I go through this timeline, I blow my own mind because I'm like, what? I don't even remember that. So 3 months of the business, hit triple diamond, $50,000 in bonuses, averaging like $16,000 a month. I mean, it's seriously crazy, okay? And I only joined for an extra $500 a month so I could quit my part-time job because I was working 2 jobs. So I was able to quit my part-time job, obviously, within those first 3 months. And then came 8 months. And all my friends looked at me and were like, you're crazy for staying at your corporate job. You're making nothing. Quit your job and go full-time if it works. So I did. 8 months into the business, my fiance and I looked at each other on a Sunday night. We quit on Monday morning and we haven't looked back. We both have been home for over 5 years now. That's so crazy to think about. And so it's been the biggest blessing in our life. And then 2 years into the business, being an ambassador diamond, and got the $150,000 bonus and at presidential. At 1 year, I got the $100,000. So I've got like $300,000 worth of bonus, earned like $300,000 worth of bonuses. And then the 3rd year into the business, I hit the Millionaires Club, which is so crazy. And then obviously 5.5 years now, it's been the biggest blessing. I've met my absolute best friends, but not only that, I've just grown as a person. I've been able to give back more than ever. I'm closer to the Lord more than ever. And I just feel a sense of being. Like, I feel like I'm made for this, and I don't have a college degree like some of you guys do, so like I didn't have the option to go look for like a good job necessarily, you'd say, and make good money. I was always looking at $13, $14 paying hour jobs because that's all I could get. So for me to be able to write my own paycheck every single month is something that I'm willing to bet on, because if there's anyone, and I've been saying this recently because I mean this, if there's anyone I'm willing to bet on, it's myself. I know that I can put in the hard work. I know that I'm determined. I know that I am worthy, and I know I'm capable. And if you don't know this yet, you will know by the end of this tonight that you are capable of all of these things, because I'm special because you're special too, but I'm nobody special compared to you. We all have something special about us. We all bring something new to the table. And so I'm just really excited to do this. I know, just so you know, Shey, like, my whole team was losing their minds that you were going to be on a Zoom. I was like, she asked me to be on a Zoom, so I feel honored to be on a Zoom with you tonight. So just so you know, team, you guys have a really good leader.
I'm super pumped about this. I've been like looking forward to it all day. I'm like, oh my God, I get to Zoom with Tiffany. What? Okay, so who is already feeling the fire? I'm feeling it. I'm already hyped. I'm sweating already. My cheeks are getting red.
Me too.
No, by the time I get off the Zoom, my face will look like a tomato because I tend to get really fired up in all situations. So if you want to just like go into it and just like, you know, say what you feel like everybody needs to hear, some stuff that may be on your heart, and then I can kind of share some stuff, and then we can kind of go back and forth on questions. I'm pretty relaxed, so let's just do it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm like totally into this because this is like exactly how I am. I like to just like go and talk and just kind of vibe off each other. Yeah. Okay, so honestly, the biggest thing, like when I get on here, what am I going to talk about? And that's consistency. I cannot say this enough. Your job in this business is to complete your steps to success. That is all your job is. It's not to go out there and to make, you know, perfect posts or it's not about not having intriguing content, but it's just about being consistent. So every day, what are you going to bring to the table? I know before I go to bed, and I mean this, I plan out my day before my day even starts. I know that every single morning I'm going to have my coffee chat. I know that after my coffee chat, whether it's me talking about the celery or the coffee that I'm going to be posting before and afters. So what do? I have those ready in my like albums, so that tomorrow when I want to go do something with my kids, I'm not sitting on my phone all day. You guys, be proactive in the sense of if you're going to go into your day and you know you've got a really big day. I'm cracking up, coffee and Tiffany's. Yes. If you know you're going to go into your day busy, then plan out your schedule. There's no excuse. But bottom line, your job in this business is steps to success. 4 loyal customers a month, 3 distributors. 4 loyal customers a month, 3 distributors. Be consistent. So whether that's your messaging or you are doing attraction marketing, I don't care which way you do it, whatever's working for you. But let me tell you something, if something isn't working for you, then you need to switch it up, okay? Because some of you may be doing attraction marketing and it's not working for you. Maybe try to switch it up. Maybe send that message and just ask. For me, I know, and not everybody is the same, so I'm not preaching that you have to do it the way I do it. I'm telling you that for me, being in the business, the best way for me is messaging. And I like messaging because I'm so chill about it. I'm just like, hey girl, if you're interested in making some extra income, I'd love to work together. No big deal if you don't. It leaves the ball in their court, and they're kind of like, they love it because they're just like, okay, cool, yeah. You know, she reached out to me. I don't remember the last time I got a message back. It's normally them coming back to me like, no, you know, I love watching you, maybe some other time, or I'm just busy right now. I actually have thought about it. And surprisingly, most of the people that I thought wouldn't respond back necessarily are the ones that are like, actually, I have thought about it, but I'll contact you in a couple months after I, get a couple things off my plate. And I'm like, no big deal, girl. I'll stay in touch with you, on to the next. But I'm out there looking for a yes every single day. And for me, that's messaging, and I'm cool with that. I don't really know if, Cheyenne, I don't know if you do messaging or not. You probably are more of an attraction marketer type of person.
It's both. I message every day, but.
You do? Yeah, same. Because I just feel like, for me, I'm like, the point of network marketing is to network with people every single day. We used to have this thing, you guys, I know everyone's going to be shocked for those of you that are new. It was called a Blitz card, okay? And 5.5 years ago, I used to wear a Blitz card around my neck, okay? And my mom's shaking her head because she did too. We wore our Blitz cards everywhere we went, okay? That was like the thing to do. You're lucky you don't have to do that anymore.
We're so spoiled. We got social media, we got stories, we got Zooms, we got all this stuff, and she's over here wearing a Blitz card around her neck, and you can't work your business. What are you doing?
Exactly. And we were having wrap parties like every other day. I mean, my first month, people were like, how did you get to Diamond in 30 days? I got to Diamond because I got in front of people. In front of friends of friends and friends of friends. You hear what I'm saying, guys? That's called adding to your network. So when we're telling you you can't keep posting to the same people, that's because you wouldn't go to a party and ask the same people to come to your party every single night, every time you had a party, right? You'd ask new people because you can't keep talking and posting to the same people. Like you are, because you want to be consistent. But you also want to add new people so that you can get other people excited for what you have your hands on, and so that you can share with them. It's selfish if you're not sharing this business with people. It really is. Like, I would be selfish not to go out to people or send a message or post about the products and the opportunity, because it's so incredible. It's like, why would you not want to talk about this? And if you don't even know why you're on here, why you joined, take some time tonight to figure out why you joined. That's okay. Like, we're cool with that. Take some time tonight, figure out why you joined, what's going to get you excited. For me, the number on that chart was 6,000. I looked at Steven, I'll never forget this, when I first joined, and I'm dead serious, and I was so serious. And I was like, babe, if we get to Double Diamond and I make $6,000 a month, we're going to be filthy rich. He was like, yeah, we are. So, like, I'm good with Double Diamond. I know that sounds bad, but, like, we know how to live off of less than a diamond paycheck. So for me, 6,000, I was like, whoa, like that's like unfathomable. $6,000 a month? Like, we're really gonna be racking in the dough. So when I hit triple and presidential and ambassador, I was like, wow, this is crazy.
You probably felt like P. Diddy.
I did. I was like, who wants the money? 20 for you, 20 for you, 100 for you.
Yes, I love that, because that's the same way I was. I was like, if I can just get to Diamond, man, I'll be balling. I mean, I was 18, so that was like a lot of money. But y'all, I love that at the beginning of this, she said steps to success. We're having a competition on our team on who can complete the steps to success as many times as they possibly can before the end of the month. And we just started talking about it because I even got out of it. I was like, oh, all these people are enrolling like 70 customers a month. Like, I've got to get my ish together. And I was trying to be somebody. I wasn't trying to stress myself out to the max. Guys, Jade Hooper, she's one of our uplines. She's a freaking boss, okay? She posted on our page the other day, and she said, you can either enroll a 3,000 BB and make $300 in commission, or you can enroll 3 distributors and get 3 fast starts. How much work do you think you put in for 3,000 PV or 3 distributors? It's all in the way that you do it.
Yes. Yes. And someone the other day, and this is what I've been preaching to my new team members and just anybody in general. I'm so happy you just brought this up. Okay, so all of you guys are on here right now. How many of you, and let me know, I love how you're telling them to do numbers. Like, that's legit. I never thought about that. If you're on here and you saw $500 or you're thinking, I would love $500, put a number 5. Let me know, okay? Okay, so $500. That is why I'm doing this business, right? All you have to do every single month is sign 5 distributors, get 2 loyal customers under them, and you're making $500 just from your fast starts. That's not including your commissions. That's not including any other way that we make money. So if in general, all you do every month is just bring in 5 distributors and help them get 2 customers, you're guaranteed, listen, and fast start bonuses are guaranteed, okay? Your commissions aren't. So this is what I want to tell you. Get on it with your distributors, you guys. That's the way to make the money and to guarantee yourself. So if you know, hey, I need $1,000, and this is always, actually, this has recently stuck with me so hard. When Stephanie Dunn told me that every month, and guys, she's #1 in the company. So the fact that she's still even working is like, you should all be like, what is she doing? How is she doing it? And how can I be her, okay? Yeah. She told me, and tons of other people, that her goal just in general with joining this business was always just to sign $1,000 a month is what she said she would need. That would help her family. So she said she's always broke it down to, okay, I just need to sign 10 distributors this month and help them get their first 2 customers. And she's guaranteeing herself $1,000. You guys, even almost 10 years later, she's doing the same thing. And now when you look at a diamond chart, it only takes 15 people to fill your diamond chart. She's literally filling a diamond chart every single month, basically, just by guaranteeing herself that, hey, my goal is I'm going to get those distributors. So how about we start changing our mindset onto, hey, let me help some people make some money, and then I'm going to help them with their customers, and then I'm going to guarantee myself money every single month.
Yes, and I love, because I guarantee you people are on this Zoom right now after you just said that, and they're like, well, I can't enroll 15 distributors. I can't enroll 10 distributors. You're right. You can't, because you convince yourself that you can't. But are you doing the work to do it? I see people talk about this all the time, and they're like, well, I don't even know if I can complete my steps to success. Well, you're giving up on yourself before you even let yourself do it. What are you doing? 4 customers and 3 distributors. If you just worked, if you just showed up every single day, that would just happen. I have people come to me all the time, and I had it happen to me when I first joined. So don't say it's because of the rank that I'm at or the position that I'm in or the stuff that I have to talk about. Me talking about my brand new car and a 6-figure savings account is inspirational. People don't care about that because they're like,
exactly. And honestly, they probably don't. It's not even that they don't, like, let's let them hear this too. Do you not feel like it's harder at the higher level? Because people don't, it's not, they don't, want to be real honest, they don't believe me. Yep. So I have to not dumb myself, but I have to like bring myself low to let them know, like, listen, I was new once too. I'm not just up here posting all these great content because out of nowhere. Like, I had to learn for 5.5 years. Oh my gosh, my stuff before was terrible. How to do this. So I'm telling you, it's just a trick of the trade. You'll learn as you go, but you have to do it every single day to become a professional. Because look at a basketball player, you guys. Look at a football player. Do you think that not every single day they're thinking to myself, I got this. I don't need to go do free throw, go like shoot some free throws. And then what they say, Michael Jordan did 100 a day. And he's like the #1, like he holds the record for the #1 for free throws or whatever. He had to practice go 100 shots a day. So guess what? Guess what your 100 shots a day are? Your 100 messages or your 100 reach outs, whatever you want to call it. I don't even care. But start stepping up your game. And just like she said, dude, if you already have that mindset of, I'm not going to sign this many people, then you're right. You're not. And we don't know what to tell you. Seriously, I can't tell you anything, and she can't tell you anything either. Because you've already made your mind up that you're not going to do it. So you're not going to do it.
Yeah, and when I used to talk about making $500 a month, or when I joined, the $10,000 bonus was there for me too when I joined. I talked about that dadgum bonus every freaking day. And you know what? I didn't earn it. But the people that saw me talking about it and watched me talk about going diamond and making $500 a month, people flocked to me because I talked about it every single day. And then when I did it and I went Ruby and I started making $500, it was blowing up. And now it's like sometimes I still talk about what I talked about when I joined, and not like I don't tell people that I paid cash for a Tahoe or that I did all these great big things because they're like, oh, that's cool. Like I can't do that because I didn't think I could do that either. But it's the little things, the gas, the groceries, the friendships, the freedom, the little things that people are going to join. So if you've already set yourself for failure when Tiffany talked about making fast start bonuses, because instantly your head was like, oh, I can't do that. You can't. Whatever you tell yourself is what you're going to do. So if you tell yourself, I'm going to do my steps to success 5 times this month, you're going to do your steps to 5 times this month, because before you go to bed, you're going to do your 6 list and not be lazy. Before you go to bed, you're going to check in with your team. Before you go to bed, you make sure you posted and talked about gas and talked about groceries and told your story. You know, Brittany Hayes and Pam talked about this at our leadership retreat. You better be telling about this business 10 times a day. Getting gas on your story, you know, messaging somebody, talking to them about the business, sharing your story 10 times a day will make sure that you get your steps done and that you make $100 bonuses every single week.
Yeah, and you're just having fun too, guys. When she's just said that, I also don't want any of you shutting down your mind like, oh, I can't be on my phone all day long, so I can't post 10 times. We're not saying that. You can do it in any specific way, whatever fits your style and your life. I told someone the other day, when I wake up in the morning time and I do my coffee chats, after that, I'm basically off my phone for a hot minute, or if I'm not, it's just a quick post for my family or whatever, and then I'm back down to put my phone down because I've already did a power hour before I even hopped on my coffee chat. You know why? Because my kids need me in the morning time. But you know what? You know how good I feel knowing I got all my stuff done this morning, and then I can do 1 or 2 more power hours tonight and call it a day. Like, you guys, you have to just schedule your day around what works for you, but don't, like she said, when you get off here tonight, if you haven't done anything today, then you better be up for the next at least hour finishing up a power hour for yourself, because no one is going to push you besides you. And guess what? This is the biggest quote that, again, this hit me so hard a couple months ago, and it said, you're not always going to be motivated. Guess what? Hello, I've been in for 5.5 years. Do you think I'm motivated every single day? No, but I'm disciplined. And I'll be honest, there are times where I haven't even been disciplined, okay? There like Cheyenne said, she's like, you know, I had to recently be like, okay, you got to get on it. There's people signing 60 customers, and she's right. And again, you probably shut down, some of you probably shut down and thought, I'm not going to sign 60 customers. How do you know? Work harder than them. Work just as hard as them. You absolutely can. Why are you any different than anyone else? You're not different than me. You're not different than Cheyenne. You're not different than us. You have everything you need. We all got the same business builder kit. And actually, it's not fair. You guys got a way better business builder kit.
I know, right?
So, okay. All I got was 4 racks. I mean, I love them, but I'm just saying, you guys get like the goods, okay? So you guys.
I only got 4 wraps too, so I feel you on there. But you guys, it's just, I saw this quote the other day, because how I make my Instagram captions is I go to like a Boss Babe Instagram and see like a caption. I'm like, okay, like I can go with this. And then I just keep typing after I see the quote. And I saw a quote that literally shook me to the core, and I think about it all the time. And someone will say something like, well, you're choosing it. You're not changing it. So it's literally said, if you aren't changing, you're choosing. If you aren't enrolling, if you aren't promoting, if you aren't working every day, you're choosing that, because you're not changing. You're not growing. You're not becoming better. You're not working every single day to get what you want. You know, you joined this business for what? I want y'all to drop in the comments. How much money did you join for? Probably like this much. And y'all are getting a fast start and like a $20 commission check. So you made $120 and you're like, I'm not making any money.
Yes.
Greedy.
Yes. That's money you didn't have. Be thankful. You guys don't understand. Like, any little amount that I made when I first started, I was so thankful for, because at the end of the day, I was literally working my butt off for nothing. So for me, even if I was spending, and just, I would also like to add this in here, I have never not had my auto ship on. And I just told you guys, I had to wait till my tax check to get signed up. I found a way. Again, all it takes is 1 distributor signed and 2 little customers under that, and you cover your auto ship. So you don't have to, so your business is ran for free. I have never paid for my business. I would like to add that in there. Seriously, that's how hard I worked, because I took it seriously. Again, your job in this business is 4 little customers, 3 distributors. When you sign those 3 distributors, well, you just covered your auto ship, so you just ran your business. You're getting commissions for free. You're literally getting commissions for free. Your business is free. I would love to get someone who owns a boutique or whatever here for you to see how much money they're spending every single, oh my, it's disturbing. And the work that they have to do, oh, terrible. I had a boutique and it's terrible. I'm just kidding, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and I remember like when I joined and I wanted to pay for my auto shipment and I was like, oh, well, that's a lot of money and that's this. And this may offend some of you, so I'm bracing for impact. But you're either going to have a broke mindset or you're going to have a rich mindset. And I'm going to tell you the difference. A rich mindset, you can be really freaking broke, like what Ashley Sinclair says, no, $0 bills, okay? And you can have a rich mindset. You know, how many people have you talked to that are potentials and they're like, oh, well, you know, I don't have $99, so like I can't join. Me, I didn't have the $99 and I said, let me figure out how. Because you have to be proactive. So if you join this business and you don't have any money right now, you have a freaking $1 million opportunity on your hands that you are not doing anything with. So if you have a rich mindset and say, okay, I may be really broke right now, but I can get a fast start bonus. And I can enroll this distributor and get 2 customers. That's all I have to do. And I can teach them how to get their shopping spree so they get their first win. And then they're going to go Ruby and I'm going to get even, like, you just got to keep that rich mindset. Or you can be broke and say, oh, well, I have to pay a $20 website fee. I have to pay like a $100 auto shipment to make money in this business. I'd rather just be broke. Do you hear yourself right now? If you can't afford your auto shipment, then you can't afford to be successful. If you can't afford to work your business every single day because you're spending too much, you're not working. You're choosing to stay broke. And that is a rich mindset or a broke mindset. And you've got to decide which one you're going to be. Because if you stay in a broke mindset, you will never be successful. I was raised with 4 siblings. We were raised on Kool-Aid and frozen chicken out of the freaking, not even the name brand, okay? It was rough. I didn't have the, $20 for this, or I had to tell my friends, oh, well, I'm sick, I can't go because I couldn't afford a movie ticket, okay? And I knew every single night when I went to bed, I was like, pray, I need to be successful. What am I going to do? Oh, I'll just be a nurse because they make a lot of money. I'll figure out how to pay for college. Like, I was always like that. I just got off a little live I did on my Facebook with Carly. I remember I sold plastic jewelry in elementary school. I sold duct tape bags. You remember that? Y'all ever have duct tape? I made the duct tape bow.
Oh, yeah.
I did that in middle school. And then in high school, I sold these god-awful canvases that I thought were freaking Picasso. I painted them. I wrote cute quotes on them with Sharpie. And I ordered like the big bundle off of Amazon on how I could get the most money because I was broke, but I had a rich mindset because I was going to do whatever it took to be successful. So some of you are on here and you're over here throwing a pity party. And before you got on this Zoom, you were like, well, I'm not promoting. And like, I'm still just broke. And like my last paycheck was like $100 or something. And that didn't even cover my auto shipment. Whose fault is that?
Right.
You did that. You're not working. You're not showing up. Half of you don't even do your 6 list every single day.
And guess what? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you just brought that up. And the thing is too, is like she just said, some of you thought, oh, well, it didn't even cover my auto ship. Well, what did you do all month? And guess what? You know what some of you are going to say? Well, every time I reached out to somebody, they said no. How many people did you talk to? 2 people, 3 people a day, 5 people a day? That's not enough. Like, of course you had no's the entire time because you were literally in your mind thinking of no's. Like, you're just like, well, they're probably all going to say no. So I guess I'll reach out and see if they'll say yes, but they're probably going to say no. And then when they did say no, then you just quit for a couple of days or a week until you got inspired again. And then you got back on the train again. And then you got off the train again. And then you jumped back on because you got inspired again for a day or 2, but then you let them off the train. Stop letting people deter your level of success. You are allowing people to decide for you if you're going to be successful or not because they said no. Let me tell you something. I read a statistic, and I actually said it on my Instagram, and you guys need to hear this, okay? There are 1 million people, or I'm sorry, it's like, I don't even remember, 10 million people, I think, on Instagram, okay? 10 million people have Instagram, okay? 5 million of those people a day are active. Did you hear what I just said? 5 million people a day are active on Instagram. 10 million have it downloaded on their phone, okay? And we only have 140,000 actively paid distributors, just so you guys know. And on top of that, we're open in 21 countries. Do not tell me that there are not enough people out there or that too many people are doing this or everyone's gonna say no. Because over 70% of the world, and actually the US, is living paycheck to paycheck. How's that for feels?
The only reason
over half the world, over half of the US is living paycheck to paycheck. Do you think they are not looking for a way? You are the avenue for them. Reach out to people. Be excited for what you have your hands on. The more excited you are, the more excited they're going to be. Have you not noticed that your vibe is what you attract? Like when you're around somebody and they're excited and happy, have you not noticed you're happy and excited? Have you noticed when you're around people who are negative and just like have a poor attitude that you become negative too? What do you think that is? That's their vibe. You vibe off of people. Like if you're surrounding yourself with a bunch of hippos, okay, and by hippo, not talking about their weight, I'm saying like just sitting around being lazy, like laying around in the mud or whatever they do, then you're gonna do what they do. You're gonna lay around in the mud and be a hippo, right? Or you can be a lion and you can go attack what you want in life.
Yeah.
And you can go full force with it, okay? So you have a decision every single day, just like we do. Again, we're not always excited. We're not always like, get up and like, you know, there are times where we're like, God, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to send those messages, but we do it anyway because it's our job. This is a job. Like, whether you want to believe it or not, even if you join for $500 a month, that's still a job. Like, you're still making money. And I'm not even saying a job. I hate saying that word. It's an opportunity. But I'm saying in the sense of, you know, hold yourself committed to it. You don't get paid when you don't go into your corporate job, do you? Do you think they're going to go, oh, well, you know, we appreciate her showing up today, so we're just going to pay her even though she's not going to do anything? No, you don't get paid. You're not going to get paid with this business if you don't do anything. So you guys, we got to wake up. And just so you guys know, just like Cheyenne said, this is a harsh video tonight. So if you're new on here and you're like, what the heck? So we're actually really nice. We're just trying to hype you up, okay? Like we're hyping you up. We're hyping ourselves up. We're not mean, okay? So,
yeah, you know, this business, sometimes you got to have a little fire under your belt. You got to have somebody to pick you up when you fall because that's what we do. That's our job. We're your leaders. And if we weren't here to pick you up when you were like being a negative bump on a log or a hippo, who's going to do it? But I love that she said, y'all, how many people are in this business and how many people are on Instagram. Guys, there's like that many people in like a quarter of Austin, Texas. Okay. And I want you to know this too. For all of you that are not consistent in your business every day or who sit there all the time texting your upline, nobody wants this and I can't enroll any customers and nobody's responding to this and just the constant negativity. There are people out there staying consistent every day like me and Tiffany who are stealing your dang potentials. This isn't working. And you're over here complaining about people not working and not doing this and this isn't working and that's all this stuff. All the time you're wasting sitting there saying that this isn't working, you aren't working. Mm-hmm. And it's all about proactivity. How much are you willing to just do every single day? You know, this business is not, we're so like, I guess, set up by society for us to think, oh, when you go to work, you get paid hourly and you know this is what your paycheck is going to be and you're guaranteed this and you know exactly how much your bills are going to be. And then this business comes along and you work all day and you don't get anything from it. And you're like, oh, well, I'm not getting any results, so I'm just going to quit. Because we want that like automatic just recognition for what we're doing. I'm going to tell you one thing. At first, it did suck. I was like, oh, well, you know, I just made a $17 paycheck. I was super excited for it, but I was like, I kind of worked really hard for this. Like, oh, yikes. And now, as a presidential diamond, making $20,000 a month, I would tell you that every single bit of work that I felt I wasn't getting paid for, I am getting paid for now. Yes. So you that are quitting and giving up early or saying, well, you know, this, and I wrote down here, you got to let people go. You're sitting here saying, well, these people aren't working and this person's not doing this. I have people on my team that is leaders now that quit forever and came back. And if I would have let them, why would you let someone else steal this from you? Why?
Yeah, you didn't join for other people. I just had this conversation with one of my girls. Her and I were just going back and forth. You did not, and it's not, we're not saying you don't want to help people. We're saying you didn't join to allow anything, and I mean anything, even including people that you signed, to hold you back. So let me tell you something. When I looked at my chart when it first started, and it was, by the way, 5 distributors for Ruby, so all of you guys are blessed that it's 3 now. It was 5. Do you want to know something? I never once, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, looked at that chart and said, okay, I'm just going to sign the top 3 and hopefully one of those 3 sign too. I have never once thought that in my life. You know why? Because I don't rely on people. Never have, never will. Again, if there's anyone you can rely on, it is yourself. Okay? So commit to you. So if people aren't working, no biggie. You know why? Because you didn't join for that. You joined to work your business. So every day you're waking up, you're working your business for you, to help you. But what is that going to do? That's going to inspire your team. It's going to get them excited. and they're gonna wanna work alongside of you. And if they don't, that is their choice and their decision. And if you don't ever write anybody off, because you never know who's gonna come one day and say, I'm ready to do this. When I joined, I wasn't necessarily, I didn't even know why, but here I am now. And that's when you're gonna take hands and you're gonna go together. But you are running with the runners, and everyone else, you know, they do their thing. But you run, and you stay focused, and you have a tunnel vision, and you don't allow anyone or anything to get in that tunnel. You're focused on your goals, and if that means you gotta sign all 15 distributors, do it. Why are we relying on other people to do things for us? Do it. Sign them yourself.
Yes. And I was thinking about this while you were saying that, is all these people, you work and you work and you work, and you're not seeing that immediate results, and you're not seeing, massive action, or you keep missing that promotion. Guys, Kelsey Thornton did a video for us one time, and she said, a bamboo tree, as it's growing for 4 years of a bamboo tree's life, it is under the ground. It is growing under the ground. And the last year, on the 5th year, it comes up. So for those of you that are just sitting there and saying, well, I'm not seeing the results that I want, and I'm missing a promotion month after month, and I'm not, exploding like I want, for 4 years, a freaking bamboo tree isn't even seen. In the 5th year, it's a freaking bamboo, okay? So for those of you that don't have the patience, guys, you've just got to be consistent, because if you keep working and you keep hustling and you keep showing up for your team, even when it doesn't make sense, God is going to provide for you.
Yes.
I promise you. He was not going to sit there and watch you down in the trenches, working your booty off, giving the glory to him, and for you to not reap the benefits of that. Because I swear to you, I did not make sense when I lost rank for freaking 8 months and was making $200 as a diamond. And when I couldn't get my crap together and my team quit forever, and then I went double. 3 months later, I went triple. 3 months later, I went presidential diamond, and went from seeing a $400 paycheck in January to $24,000 in October. That is a glow up, and that is only because I never quit. I never gave up. I poured into my team even when I had nothing to give. I never ever stopped, and quitting was never on the table. There was no plan B. So every single one of you is on this Zoom because I never quit and because Tiffany never quit. It wasn't an option. So why are you sitting there and saying, well, I just don't know if this is for me because I'm just not getting the results that I want. You are 1 day away from enrolling a runner. You are 1 day away from making that one post where that person is like, oh, I may want to join this. One message away, one follow away. I mean, how many of y'all have messaged somebody and they join your business and now you're like the best person on your team? Imagine if you wouldn't have messaged them. You are one thing away from a completely different life. And if you ever give yourself the chance to give up or have a plan B or say, oh, I may quit this one day, go ahead and do it. Because if you're giving yourself the option, it's going to always be there.
Yeah, you're already quit in your own mind. You're already ready to go. And just like she just said, guess what, guys? The time is going to pass anyway. So I guess I just don't understand the mentality of quitting anyway. Like my parents told me you never quit anything. So I've never been a quitter, never will. You'll never see me quit this because then I would let my haters and the people who doubted me know that they were right. And let me tell you something, I will never let anybody tell me that they were right over me. I'm like, no. Let me show you what I can do, okay? So that is normal too in this business. You're gonna have people that aren't even gonna understand this and they never will. Stop worrying about them. It doesn't matter who you are or what you do. There are always gonna be, I said this to somebody the other day and they were like, I'm so happy you brought that up. There was a time in my business where I was looking to prove people wrong all the time. And some of you are on here right now and you're like, damn, I'm like over here trying to prove people wrong. Stop trying to prove people wrong and just prove yourself right.
Yes.
Because you know what proving wrong does? You're still looking at them and hoping that they're going to somehow, when you hit us. Let me tell you something. When I hit Ambassador Diamond, none of my haters called me up and congratulated me. You know what they said? They then started finding other reasons to hate me. She doesn't give back enough. She doesn't do this enough. She doesn't do that. They'll never like me, okay? And your haters or people that don't like you or whatever are never going to like you either, okay? They just are. But that's a reflection of them. That is not a reflection of you. You can't make everybody happy. And let me tell you something. Some of you are on here and you're like, that's my fiance or that's my husband or that's my boyfriend putting me down or my best friend. Well, you know what? You know what you do? You get up every morning and you work your business and you prove yourself right.
Yeah.
You don't have to prove them wrong.
Come on.
And you know what? If they don't respect that, well, that's on them. Again, that's how your mentality should be. I'm doing this for me. Yes. I am going to do this because there are things that I want out of my life and I want to make my life better, and I'm going to do whatever I need to do. And let me tell you something, your husband, boyfriend's fiancés will be thanking you when you're getting a $20,000 check. They'll be crawling up, you know, in the bed, rubbing your feet for you. So let me tell you something. They may not be doing that now because they're like, what in the heck is going on? But they will. So do it for you. Don't try to prove people wrong. There's nothing to prove to anybody but you. You're out here for you. Okay.
And I'm reading Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, and that's literally a whole beginning of the very beginning of the book of just if you live your life and your business trying to prove other people wrong, the money that you get will never feel right because it's not for you. It's not for you, and it's not for the things that you want and the goals that you have and all of that. So I love that you said that. And two, I wanted to, you know, if y'all don't know my story, I was 18 when I joined this business. And if any of y'all have ever been in high school, it's a bunch of assholes, okay? Everyone picks on each other and they're all rude and they all are like, oh, well, you're wearing that? Yeah, I'm wearing that because I like it, okay? And I was always that person. Thank God I was, because when I joined, Twitter was toxic for me because I got made fun of for everything. People commented on my stuff. I lost my very best friends. I literally went through my block list last night and it's everybody from high school, okay? Every single person had something to say about what I was doing. And that I'm thankful for that. So thankful, because I busted my butt every single day because I was like, I am not failing. I'm not failing because I'll never hear the end of it. I'm not doing it. So, you know, it's a good thing to have that. So don't always look at it as a negative, because without that, you wouldn't have that push. Because if I knew that people weren't talking about me, I'd be like, you know, if I'm not successful, nobody cares.
That's right. Yes, look at everything as a positive. Yes.
Nobody talks about
everything. Oh my God, this is like, I mean, you guys are like showing us that you're hyped over here, but like, we're the ones talking, but I'm so hyped. I'm talking about
I'm wearing white. If I was wearing gray, it'd be bad. I always get so red, y'all. My cheeks are getting red over here. But I want to talk about excuses for a second. Don't you love excuses? Yeah. Yeah. How many of y'all have ever given an excuse for your business? Oh, well, I'm too tired. I have kids. I don't have enough time. I work 2 jobs. Let me tell you something. I was 18. I was in high school. I had morning class at 6:30 a.m. I went to school all day until 4:30, and our Wi-Fi blocked all social media. So I could not work my business. Then I had cheer practice until 6:30, and then I drove 30 minutes to work and worked until midnight. And I went diamond in 5 months. It is literally all about a decision that you make. I guarantee you when Tiffany promoted, it was, okay, I'm doing it. Okay, I'm promoting to this. It's a decision. I made a decision to be successful when I joined this business that I did not have. Quitting was never on the table. I worked driving, not a good idea. Don't recommend it, but that's what I did. I worked in the bathroom. I would sit on the counter around the corner and people would come in and I'm like, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. I would work in the beverage closet at work because I worked at a resort. I worked everywhere that I could, and it was the most intentional work I've ever done because I was busy. So if you're busy, it's not an excuse. It's not. If you're lazy, that's an excuse. You need to get over that. If you don't, you know how to work your business, you lose motivation, you need to learn self-discipline. Like, it is all about a decision that you're going to make, and excuses are not okay at all, because you're literally giving yourself an excuse to give up on something that you joined for money.
Exactly. Like when you just said the whole thing about like you joined and quitting was off the table, guys, I spent $100 I didn't have, so you sure as hell better bet I was going to work my butt off to make sure that I made that $100 back and more. Okay. So it's just, you guys, okay, I want to say something. Success leaves clues. Her energy right now and my energy, this is, okay, I've been in for 5.5 years now. But what I'm saying is you can tell her energy, she's just, in general, you can tell she's been so committed, 100%. So let's talk about something. Let's add into the excuses. Being just, in general, confident in your business. Okay, because some of you right now are probably on this and you're like, I've never tried a product before. Hey, hello. Never tried a product before. Actually didn't try a product till my 2nd month in and still went diamond in my first 30 days. Don't have to try products. So take that excuse off the table. Okay. The next excuse with being confident in the sense of, well, I don't know anything about the products. Guess what, guys? You can literally say this to somebody when they say, when you post something and you don't know what it is, you can literally go back and say, give me 1 second. I'm not necessarily sure what it does all the way. Let me go check. I'll get back to you. People love honesty. Do you guys think I knew every single product I was talking about? No. But you know what I did? I started doing my research. I would go back in the thing, read about it. Oh, okay. And I'd get more confident. But guess what? That comes with time. So don't be so hard on yourselves when you join and feel like you have to know everything and be this perfect, like, perfectly pictured robot, like whatever. That's not what this is about. It's about being real and being you and sharing who you are. We don't need another Tiffany. We don't need another Cheyenne. No, seriously, we don't need another us. So please do not like imitate us, because I mean, you want to follow what somebody does when they're successful, but don't do what we do all the time, because people want to see you. You have a story, whether you think you do or not. You have a beautiful story, even if that doesn't mean that you're like, if you might be on here and be like, I don't really even need the money. I just joined for fun. Okay, talk about the fun. What do you want to do for fun? Wouldn't you love to take your friends on a trip? That would be fun, wouldn't it? You know, like little things like that. Figure out why you're even in this, and that confidence will come with time. But you just got to believe that if you spent $100 in this, you for some reason believed that you could. So your belief, if it's at 99 right now, it's still not enough. It needs to be at 100%. I believe in everything I've got my hands on and what I'm going to do with my business and where I'm going to go, and I'm going to do it no matter what every single day, because the time is going to pass anyway. And guess what? If you quit today, you're still broke tomorrow. Okay?
Yes. Seriously. And guys, I remember, you know, I just sit here and think about how much this business has changed my life and where I was when I joined this business. I'm not the same person. I'm not the same leader. I don't look at money the same. I've had a lot of growth when it came to that. I've had a lot of stuff that's happened along my journey. And the only thing that kept me going through all those periods was because I had vision. So many of you are wondering why you're not successful, wondering why it's not working, wonder what's going on, because you don't have vision. You cannot be successful in this if you don't know where you're freaking going. Every single month on the first of the month, what do we tell you to do? Get your charts out. What promotion are you going for? What are you doing this month? Because if you don't know where you're going, I always say this, it's going to be like you going down the highway with your team and you got some people exiting early. They're going backwards. They're going down the wrong way lane because nobody knows what the flip they're doing. My team, we're going ambassador. Tiffany thought I was ambassador, probably because I talked about it so much. She put it on the graphic. She sent it to me and it said ambassadors, Tiffany and Shey. And I was like, you know, Tiff, I thank you. Thank you for that. I really love the ring to that, but I'm still Prez. And I talk about going ambassador all the time. That Tiffany is in the company and thought I was freaking ambassador, okay? So it does sound good. It's got ambassador, Cheyenne Knox, coming soon, okay? But I shout it out every day. My team knows where we're going. My potentials know where I'm going. People who don't give a crap about the business but just follow me because they like my post. My family, my friends, everybody around me knows exactly what I want. I know what I want. And if I never said, you know, if I was like, you know, ambassador's pretty scary. Like, I don't know if I'm going to do that. Like maybe in a few years, I would never go anywhere. I would go downwards because Mark always says, if you're coasting, you're going down. So you have to have a vision. You have to know what you want. And if you know what you want, I mean, how much more exciting would it be if you were a new distributor and you joined me, okay? And I was like, yeah, like we do like this rap stuff and like this is like a post and I post every day, but it's copy and paste. And then you join Tiffany's team and she's like, woohoo, we're going Black Diamond. You know, we're going top 20. A team with vision is unstoppable. If you have, you know, I tell my team, that's our team logo is foot on the gas. If you got your foot on the gas, like some of you are going brake, gas, brake, gas, brake, 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 gas, brake, gas, brake, and you're literally going back and forth on yourself and you're not getting anywhere because you don't know what you want. You don't know where you're going and you have absolutely no form of direction. You need to get a dream board. You need to have the back of your phone screen saying what goal you're going for. You need to shout it out to your team, to your social media. I get it. I shouted out for 10 months I was going double diamond and I never went double for 10 months. It was humiliating, but I was not doing the work to get there. I was like, oh, I'm going double diamond. And then I was sitting back and then the 25th would come and I'm like, oh, I'm 10,000 farther than I was. All right, great. We'll try next month. Stop. There is no next month.
Yeah, stop doing that. Stop exactly. The whole next month thing, stop allowing that to happen. Just do it that month. And that's the biggest thing too. Again, what she just said, the 25th will hit, you'll all see volumes and you'll be like, oh gosh, I only have 5 or 6 more days to work. Stop doing that. Start working at the beginning of the month. Like right now, I am all gung-ho. You should see how many messages I'm sending a day. It is insane. I have more potentials than I ever have. And guess what? Guess what? I also want to say this too. Do you know how many no's I get every day over yeses or just people signing? I can't even tell you over, what's the date today? Fourth, right? Fourth, whatever, fourth day. That I've sent over the past 5 days, and I haven't signed a single distributor yet. But guess what? Do you think that? And I do want to say this too. Do you think that there hasn't been in my mind like, gosh, why is somebody signing with me? Like, I feel like I'm good, you know? That's normal too. We want you to know the normalcy of like. Sometimes you send a lot of messages and you get nothing and you're like, am I not good enough? Like, what's happening? Even at my level, and you guys are probably like, oh, they're probably flocking to her. No, they're not. It's actually a lot harder now than it was when I first started, okay? Yeah. So it's not easier, and they don't even know what an ambassador is, and they can care less. Like, you guys don't understand. They have no idea what ambassador means. So, like, to you guys, it's like, wow, that's awesome. And then to these other people are like, cool, what's that mean? Like, they don't care. That's not important to them. Guys. So like I get no's and I doubt myself sometimes, and then you know what I say? I'm like, dude, tomorrow's a new day. There's gonna be a yes. Like I can feel it. You just gotta, it's like a pick yourself back up, and then I listen to something inspirational. Okay. Yeah. I don't allow myself to get into that, what she just said, rabbit hole, where all of a sudden I'm spiraling and I'm like, it's just been a bad 5 days. I'm just gonna quit for a couple of days and I'll start messaging again soon. No. I haven't seen anybody in 5 days. I've sent a million messages, but guess what? Tomorrow I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send more. And then the next day I'm gonna send more. And I'm gonna send more because that's my job in this business, is to talk to new people and to be excited for what I have my hands on. And there's someone out there looking for this, and I can feel it. I'm like, oh, the next person I get is gonna love this business. They're gonna be hyped. My new girls that have signed with me, Sierra, hopefully she's on here tonight. Her and I are like lit. We love each other. Like we're pumped. So like just find those people and have fun with them. Like, that's the point of this business.
Yeah. And guys, so many of you just sit there and you're like, well, I just don't know. Like, I just can't seem to, when it comes to messaging, I don't message to get responses. I message to plant seeds, because I'm telling you what, I send so many messages and I just see the scene and I'm like, ooh, that kind of hurts a little bit. Okay. It's normal. You get told no, you got to get used to the word no. There's a book about it. It's like Get Used to No or something. It's like
go for no.
Yeah, go for no. Because the more no's you get, the more people that are like, okay, this weird girl just sent me a message about products. All right. They click your profile. This is where you being consistent comes in. They see your post. They start watching your stories. They go 2 years deep in your post and they're like, oh, this girl's still doing this business. Like, what is it? They start looking at your stuff. And I guarantee you every customer potential that I get or distributor that swipes up on my story, there's my cold message. There's my message where I went to them and was talking about the products, because I don't expect them to be like, oh yeah, like I love that. That's great. That's a seed. That's the only way I can as a seed. So keep that in mind. And that's why, we're successful still to this day. Is like, I haven't enrolled a distributor this month either. I've enrolled one customer, but
and that doesn't mean we're not good.
No.
That doesn't mean you're not good. So if you're on here today and you're like, I have messaged these past 5 days and I was feeling down, I wanted to share that with you because I want you to know you're not alone. I don't want you to think that we're getting on here and we're like, everything is like God's gift to earth every day. Like there are days that I doubt myself and I'm like, what am I doing? Like it's because we're human. She's human, I'm human. We're not robots. Yeah. We just do it every day because we know that that's our job, and because why wouldn't we? So this job pays a lot of money, okay? If you are willing to work for it, you can make some dough, okay? So it's exciting.
Pam said this on a podcast one time, and she said, this company is set up for every person in this business. Our compensation plan is set up for every person in this business to make $1 million a month.
Yeah.
This company is going beyond $1 billion. And how special is that to be a part of a company that's about to go beyond a freaking $1 billion in sales? Are you kidding me? And she literally sat there and she said, this company is going beyond $1 billion. How much of it do you want? And that stuck to, like, she said that and I was like, ooh, Pam, I felt it. Like I felt that one. So how much do y'all want of that? How much are you willing to make an impact? How much are you willing to work this business every single day, even if you're not reaping immediate results, to know that, like, y'all, people work their entire lives to make $20,000 a month. Their entire lives. And I'm over here 20 years old. I've been in this business 3 years in December, and I make $20,000 a month from doing something that I absolutely am passionate about. Something that I joined when I was 18, a nobody, had no idea what I was doing, had 20 cents in my bank account. If I can do it, you can too. You know me. You see me post on my social media. I'm a hot mess 90% of the time. You should ask my team. I forget about stuff all the time. I'm like, I don't know if this is right. I question my leadership. I don't enroll as much as I want to sometimes. I fail. I'm human. And I am just like you. And the only reason that you're not successful is because you haven't had the time. Maybe you're new. Maybe you're expecting to be like triple black diamond in 30 days of this business, and you're like, peace out. I remember when my first aha moment was when I went to Jade's VIP retreat. I was a double. I earned my spot there, y'all. I was like, I'm getting to this retreat. And I noticed that all of these people look the same as me when I don't wear makeup. They wake up ugly, smelly breath. They don't have, you know, the same,
Yes.
they don't wear unicorn horns that I just couldn't see through their pictures as they edited them out. They're normal people. And there is room for you at the top. So if you're honest, if you're one of the 100+ people on this Zoom, you have a spot. You have to earn it. You have to show up every single day, even when you don't want to. You have to be consistent. You have to push the excuses to the side, and you have to realize it is not going to be perfect. It is going to be up and down. It's like climbing a mountain. You're going to get stuck in cactus. You're going to lose a shoe. You're going to get hungry. You're going to get dehydrated. You're going to have people die off on the side. Like, you're going to have stuff happen to you.
That's right, yes.
But at the top of the freaking mountain, can you imagine the views?
Don't you wish it was a straight and narrow road? I do. My gosh, that would be great. But that is not life. How many of you have had something over the past week break in your house? Put a 1, okay? I had like
There's something in your life going to crap. Drop a 1.
And this is what I want to tell you. And I had to call my dad about this the other day. And I was talking to him because I just wanted him to hear this perspective because it like hit me so hard. And so now I'm actually taking everything. I'm a very high strung person. Okay, very high strung. Okay, so is my dad. And we take things really hard when it like hits, and then we're like in a bad mood for like hours. Okay, it's just how I am. But I'm rewiring that. But let me tell you something. The other day, I thought to myself, how many people do you talk to and they'll literally tell you about something that just like recently bad that has happened to them? Because that's called life, okay? Every day you're gonna have either someone negative around you or something break in your house or maybe your hair isn't gonna look that good. Because that's called life. Like, we're all just living life and things are gonna happen. It's how you deal and handle with those things that are thrown at you that are gonna get you to where you wanna be. So seriously, this just happened like a couple of days ago. All these things have been happening, seriously. Like our garage just broke. That's $300 to fix for a little spring. Like all these little things are happening right before I go on vacation. Because you know what I thought? Before I would have lost my mind and thought it was a horrible life. And some of you are sitting here thinking that, seriously. You're like, well, this just happened and this just happened. You could have it way worse. But also too, you could take it as, you know what, things happen. And I either deal with it positively or I'm just negative and grumpy and then everyone around me is negative and grumpy too. Like, what am I going to do? It broke. I can't get it not broken. Do you see what I'm saying? So like start dealing with things and realizing that things are going to happen to you no matter what in life. You still got to work. You still got to get up. You got to show up. And you know who you do that for? For you. For nobody else but you. You get up, you show up, and you be a better person than you were the day before. That's what you do every single day.
Yeah. And I think, guys, if you don't take one thing from this Zoom, this is the only thing that you take, is that you're meant to be here and you're meant to be here right now. Every 6 months, and I preach this to my team because it's happened in my life, every 6 months something's going to happen in your life where you're going to realize why this business was brought to you. Half of my team rolled their eyes when I said this the first time, and then 6 months later, they were like, oh crap, she's right. 6 months after I joined this business, my dad lost his job, and I had to take over everything, and I helped him get through some of the hardest times in his life. And then, 6 months later, something else happened, and 6 months later, I quit school, and 6 months later, this happened. And then I'm here with my best friend, Carly, that I met from this business. She went through an abusive marriage she didn't think she was going to go through. 6 months later, she got divorced. And then now she's living, she's able to do all this because she said, like, God brought this business into her life and she listened. He said, okay, here you go. You're going to need this. And right now you may not understand, but the person that you're going to be, the things, y'all, sometimes I say something like when someone says, ask a question, and I respond in like a leadership way. And I'm like, who are you? 6 months ago, that was not who you were. But 6 months ago, I listened. And 6 months ago, I grew through things I didn't want to grow through. And because of that, I'm here. And because of that, our team's going ambassador. And because of that, we pop diamonds and we have new excited people join our team because I listened. So you're here for a reason. You're meant to be on this team. You're meant to be on this Zoom. You were meant to listen to Tiffany or something that I said. And you were meant to work this business every single day because one day you're going to live the life that you knew you were supposed to live.
Yes, and we're going to be here cheering you on.
Yes. And you're going to be able to pay your bills in abundance, and you're going to be able to give back and buy a new car and walk into a dealership and say, yep, that one. And you're going to be able to build your own dream house. Like all. And
you're going to be able to pay for your parents stuff like this here, like all these things. You're going to be able to spoil your family more than you've ever been able to. You're going to be able to take your kids on a vacation that maybe some of you have never even been out of your state before because you can't even afford to get to a vacation. Okay. If you've never been out of your state before, I would love to know if you're one of those people, and if maybe that's on your dream board is to finally take your family on a vacation, you will be able to do that. And I like that literally can make me tear up. Like I remember the first time that Jackson walked on the sand, and we went on vacation because of It Works. And I watched, me and Steven got to witness him like put his feet on the sand. I'll never forget it. I have it on video. We walked all the way out to the beach. And it was like the most magical moment of my life. I'll never forget it. And that was because of It Works, that we were able to go to this beautiful resort, take him on the beach and spend that time together as a 1-year-old and him putting his feet in the sand. And you guys will have that moment, and you'll be able to talk about how that moment will be in your life. And maybe it's not exactly what I just said. It might be something different. And I had no idea that that would be a moment that I would be able to witness because of this business. Because again, I did not join for that moment. I joined for one thing, but it turned into another and another and another. And all those things compile up by the work that you do every single day. Yeah. And then that's when you get to make those memories and spend that time, doing the things that you want to do. But you got to work for it.
Yeah. And I don't think there's a single person at the top that would ever say, oh, I wish I wouldn't have worked that hard. Oh, I wish I wouldn't have, got over it. And I wish I wouldn't have done this. Like they would have done it all over again. So I hope that after tonight, you are ready. You are ready to, it's the 4th of August, so you still got time to get your crap together. Make sure you've got a goal. You've got a vision, that you know what you want out of this business and you know what you want this month. And I hope that this spoke to y'all and that you're ready and you've got a fire under your butt, because I know I do. My cheeks are red. I'm sweating. I'm like ready to go. So get off the Zoom, get your dang power hour done, and remove your head from your freaking rear. Okay? So
yes.
Thank y'all. Thank you
guys.
This is like one of my favorite Zooms ever. And so I'm so excited. So I hope you'll have the best night. This will be up on my YouTube channel. Like tonight, I'm pretty good about that. So share this with your teams for the people that really needed to hear this that didn't hop on. So have a great night.
Thank you. Love you guys.